Here's 4 things that indicate Ryan Coogler deserved what happened to him on January 7th, 2022 in Atlanta, Georgia for continuing to violate the Holy Mountain of Peace in Africa's ancient Nile Valley and the indigenous spiritual leaders of Kenya. These 4 things confirm that this incident was definitely a part of the Black Panther curse that I've been reporting on for years at this point. So before I begin, let me first say that this incident, this situation is just a warning. The ancestors have not turned up the heat yet, but that heat is coming if the public doesn't put enough pressure on Disney to clean this mess up, which can be done. And last, I want to say, y'all check the description of this video for the link. Now, let's get started. Number 1, the date that it happened, January 7th. Now, y'all know by now, this is the first thing I look at when these type of headlines pop up. So here we go again about January 7th. I've been talking about this specific day, January 7th, for years in connection with the Black Panther curse. In fact, the same day that Ryan Coogler was detained in Atlanta or arrested, I was in Atlanta too, recording this video about January 7th, talking about Disney and Marvel stealing. I will put a link to this video in the description. So I'll summarize by saying this. 44 years ago, on January 7th, Black Panther comic volume number 1.7 was released by Marvel Comics. In this issue, the creator of Black Panther, Jack Kirby, admitted to federal crimes such as theft, stealing, fraud, misappropriation, and other federal crimes against my tribe that I was appointed to represent. So Ryan Coogler is stealing because he knows about these crimes and he's knowingly helping them to continue violate the indigenous Kikuyu tribe in Africa who protect the Holy Mountain of Peace. That is the biblical Mount Zion. The 12 prophets who guard the original scrolls and tablets of the black race, descendants of the Kabiru, only a devil or a dumbass would violate such people who actually drank the real purple juice, the real Black Panther juice. Anyway, this issue number 1.7 represents justice for Mount Zion. It represents justice for indigenous peoples and especially justice for the Jiru people of the Kikuyu tribe in Kenya. That's why the ancestors took over the bank teller's mind that day on January 7th and made her call the cops on him just to send him a warning. Notice that this incident happened just before Black Panther 2 was supposed to resume filming after being shut down from Letitia Wright's Divine Punishment by the ancestors. And I specifically told y'all that Ryan Coogler was in danger months ago. Months before that happened in January. Last year I told y'all this. So I could say more, but I digress with that. Number 2, now let's go to the day that the incident was reported, March 9th. Well, once again, go to the interview I did with KT the Arch Degree when I was telling the story about the day that the Chief Seer's messenger called me and told me to contact Disney because of our tribal secrets being violated. He called me on March 4th, which was a Sunday, and told me that Disney and Marvel had until Friday to fly to Nairobi and sit down with him over tea and smooth things out so that the proper prayers and rituals could be done in order to avoid tragedies and calamities. And would you guess that Friday had landed on March 9th, the same day Biggie Smalls was murdered. So, in the very beginning of this whole tribal violation, the elder said Marvel and Disney had until March 9th to meet with them, which ended up being very prophetic because the very next day after March 9th, on March 10th, Black Panther hit $1 billion mark at the box office. And shortly after that, the entire earth in Kenya split open in the valley. Exactly one day before the anniversary of my Mount Kenya appointment letter. In that letter, the elders wrote that we're going to fulfill the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 2, which is the same prophecy in the book of Micah, where it talks about the valleys splitting open. So this is way bigger than Hollywood. This is ancient. Number 3, the third sign. Next, let's look at the amount of money that Ryan Coogler was withdrawing from the bank. It was exactly $12,000. Of course, the 12, that number 12 has a lot of significance in African culture. It's definitely the number of social relations. It's the number of tribes of the original nation, the original 12 monolithic pyramids that arrived on this earth from the Sirius star system 78 trillion years ago, carrying 12,000 people each pyramid. You can learn the rest of these African secrets from the Black Root Science. I wrote a whole book about this called The Great Investigation, comparing the secret Nazarite scroll to African secrets from the Black Root Science and the 12 seers of Mount Zion. You can download this book for free on thegreatinvestigation.com. Free game, free game. Now, what's funny is if you look on our Black Panther source work copyright certificate, under the rights and permissions, you will see Mount Kenya College of Seers. These are the elders that I represent, which is the Council of 12 Seers, the people who guard the sacred wisdom of the Ajiru clan. But it ain't even that. That ain't even it. If you count the days between the last death of a Black Panther 2 cast member and go forward to the date of Ryan Coogler's arrest in Atlanta, there are exactly 12 weeks. Now, last but definitely not the least, let's look at the fourth thing. Number 4, we're going to go back to the cover of the Black Panther Origin issue. Now, if you look just below the date, January 7th, you'll see another number, 02685. Now, do y'all see what I see with this number? Well, of course, I know most of y'all don't. Let me show y'all something that you didn't see, and let me interpret it for you. If you count the amount of days between the day that Chadwick Boseman died and the day that Ryan Coogler was born, you get exactly 268 days. This is just confirmation that the energy of death and rebirth is present and that the ancestors have sanctioned the death of the actors and their family members in order for prophecy to be fulfilled. Because if it gets to the point where my words have to come true, then that will bring the attention of the public to the real Wakanda, which fulfills prophecy, because the Wakanda is the biblical Mount Zion, which in the Nazarite scroll is the holy mountain of peace, in the center of the Garden of Kush, and in the center of Kush, which is the second tallest mountain in all of Africa, located directly on the equator, which in modern times we call Mount Kenya. And I'm the ambassador to the diaspora for Mount Kenya, so that's why I'm the one introducing this message and information to you in these prophetic times. Now, there are more connections that I found in this Ryan Coogler incident, but I'll save those for future interviews. I think I said enough already for y'all to get the point, and besides, I want to end this video by giving a solution, because y'all know I love solutions. And I really want to help the Black cast members because they're still my family, and y'all, we stay on code out here. So this is what we're going to do. This time, we're going to do another petition, but this time, instead of petitioning Disney to shut down Black Panther 2, we're going to make it a whole lot easier. This time, we're going to petition Ryan Coogler and have him to tell Disney that they got to work things out with the Ajiru Elders, Council of 12 Seers, Guardians of the Ark of the Covenant. Now, the link is in the description. Click it now. Go ahead, sign the petition. Share it with all your family members. Share it with everybody. Make sure everybody puts pressure on this situation, because we definitely want to see a peaceful resolution and a quick resolution to this before it gets out of hand. So go ahead, click the link, sign the petition. Let's fulfill the prophecy the easy way. The easy way, not the hard way. Peace, divine unity, Selekano.